Hello.
And welcome back for the last time to the Blighted North. Reminder again, we are raising money for charity. Through the 31st, you can enter to win these cute little fellas right here. That is the tentacle kitty. That is the owl bear. We have hit our $250 goal. Maybe there's a few more bucks in there, but every dollar gets you an entry to win one of these little guys. Well, you win them both, but each dollar is an entry. If you're on YouTube, thank you for coming back for the second half of this. If you're on Twitch, also thank you for coming back for the second half of this. We are going to jump right back in as we have just ended the climactic fight with this lich-like creature who is some sort of avatar of Shar. You heard the piercing scream of Shar just after they felled Zadrin, and then in turn, Solar just absolutely murdered them. And you have now all been thrust back through the portal, and you find yourselves in a clump, staring up at the ceiling, or what used to be the ceiling of the long hall. What do you all do?
I immediately go to Zadrin. I pull out the diamond that we have. I pick pick up his shield, put it on top of his chest, and taking my mace and just putting it atop his shield and cast Revivify.
This magical energy, sort of from the crushed diamond, goes out across the edge of the shield and just begins to wrap around Zadrin in the same color as the celestial energy of Mathia's guardians. And as this magic is wrapping you around, taking hold, the elk that was conjured by Solar, who has also followed you through this portal and is still sort of circling the group, comes in and just sort of in the way that baby cows do, licks Zadrin's head and just kind of causes a cow lick swirl of hair as the magic is coming up across his face, and just follows out the end of that. And the deer sort of turns to the elk sort of turns to stars and goes up over, and Zadrin, as you open your eyes, you are seeing thousands of stars up above you, in a sky that is clear and bright blue for the first time since you have left Glevgar. You are
alive. Are we all dead, or we're back?
Like I said, you may go down, but I will make sure you get back up.
Okay, that head rush, that was too fast. I slowly just kind of sit up, look around at everyone, and I notice Patches doesn't have their mask on anymore. Whoa. I'm so we're here. Patches doesn't have their mask. Okay, so letting myself have a moment here. Who got the lich?
You really think I would let them get away?
Patches smiles very wide at that.
And if you thought that I was going to get this shiny new bow and have no special arrows from you to fire on it, then you're sorely mistaken, my friend.
And
Yes.
at that, any confusion or doubt or anything just completely wipes off my face, and I just immediately come up and pull you into the tightest hug.
Yeah, it's Solar grabs for Mathia and for Patches, and then Moon comes in and like snuffles the face, like a big literal bear hug.
I pick up Moon off the ground and just like shake Moon around. I agree.
More like a dog, but yeah.
Thank you. All of you, thank you so much for this.
I know the feeling. I've been chasing after that man for so long. I'm almost curious what there is left for me to do.
Well, whatever sway, whatever. You always have a place here in Kalorn, and everybody else is more than welcome to fucking fight me over it.
Mhm.
Good. Well, we all came out of it alive eventually. I think that counts.
I think that means we did it.
This is weird. I've never not had the concept of chasing that man gnawing at the back of my head.
Maybe we find something new to chase. Something happier. Something different, at least.
And you see Patch's eyes, like, immediately brighten and turn yellow, and say, yes, like a new name. I am not the Patches of what was left anymore. So I'll need a new name. I'll start there.
I can't wait to hear it.
A worthy, more than worthy starting point, to be sure. It's funny. Something different is good. Something happy. And I just kind of look around. Well, maybe we start with different. Work for happy later.
I mean, part of me wants to suggest that the first thing we do is rebuild this roof, but there's something beautiful about it being broken. So broken you can see the stars. It's actually kind of nice.
I look up and I start looking for the moon. Can I see it?
It is daytime, but you do see the the daytime sliver of the moon kind of at the far side of this hole in the roof, just kind of ghostly in the sky.
I just kind of smile and nod at the moon and kind of a silent thank you. And I've spent so long hating this place. This place, most of the people. Now all I can I don't know why I'm still so angry about it. About what Shar and her lackeys have done. Before meeting you all, if she had made that offer to me then, I don't know that I would have refused.
I think I could say the same.
Just patch it. Well, whatever your new name will be, how do you deal with it? That rage.
I think at some point you have to stop fighting it. Your anger is not wrong. You were hurt, and you responded how you should have. The important thing is to not forget everything else amongst the anger.
I just kind of look down, my hands, and they clench into the fists so tight you can hear the armor creak under the pressure. Then I close my eyes, take a breath, and I really take a moment to internalize those words. I nod. I understand. Or at least I think I do. Whatever happens next, whatever the worlds, the gods throw at us, no one, no foe will ever again inflict anything like this on Kaloran. That will be what I do with this. Warts and all, Kaloran is my home, and I will defend it as such. With luck, who knows? Maybe one day, I can even help make it better than it was. I just pick up my shield and just take my place beside y'all.
You know, if anyone can, I kind of think it's you.
I agree.
Something different than something happy.
Mythia.
Go ahead, my friend.
I was just curious about something logistic. Do I have to pick one name? You have several. Do I need to fill out a form or something for multiple names?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never picked a name. This is I have both of I have my name and then both of my mother's family names.
I think you can have as many as you want, right? There's no rule against it.
You could even have titles.
This is difficult.
I mean, I feel like if we all wanted to, we could put something like Sunderer of Shar. the title.
Shar
I mean,
Slayer.
Shar Slayer. The Slayer of Avashars. Thank you, Justin. I stole that joke.
And you all are trudging through the woods on this 3-day journey back to Glevgar. You know you have to go there before you can do anything else.
Mhm.
Arguing about names, trying to come up with stuff. Patches is probably noticing for the first time in a long time it's not like angry arguing in the back of their head constantly. Like maybe Shar was doing a little something to wind them up and try and bring them into the fold, and now there's a connection that is cut since the person who sewed them together on this world is no longer part of this world.
Mm.
Which is nice. And on about the 3rd day of travel, y'all are feeling rested. This has been such a lovely journey back. You aren't getting attacked by random birds. Every now and then you even hear a little woodland creature that's starting to come back. It's the ones who didn't really live here for very long have made their way back because they didn't remember it being so awful. But you're hearing like a little bird over here and the snap of a twig behind you, but not in that sinister way of the dogs. And as you're moving through this forest, you're starting to hear these heavier footfalls, the crunching of 4 feet in the snow. And Moon sort of stops and just stares through the trees for a while, which are gloomy in the way evening is gloomy. You're looking for a spot to set up camp. And coming out between 2 large trees is a real elk. Large, looking a little worse for wear. It has some patches of fur missing. Most of its tack has been torn off at some point. It has like a scratch going down its side. But you recognize it as this is Elric's mount, and it kind of comes up to you, Solar, and just in the same way that the ghost like licked Zadrin's head, it sort of licks your hair as well, and you see on its harness that it still has around its face this name of it that you never knew. Its name is Frok, F-R-O-K. And you recognize it is named after the sea where you are both from. So he's just gonna follow you around now, and he's your friend's mount, coming to serve.
And Solar has a moment where I think they like scratch underneath Frok's like chin, you know, kind of like pet them down, make sure they're well attended to. And I think maybe if it's okay, they call Mathia over for half a moment to kind of maybe help with some of the rudimentary clerical work of patching the elk up a little bit as they're like removing the tack, and kind of they like fold their like finger over the nameplate and like feel the grooves of the name of their home like underneath their fingers, like kind of feeling that call back. And they turn their attention over to Mathia and kind of low they say, you know, you asked me for a favor before we went in there, and I'm still willing to, of course, but I feel like your moms might like it more if they heard of your deeds from your mouth.
I'm sure they would, but technically my sentence is not up, so I can't go home yet.
Well, I feel like Shar Slayers should maybe get like, you know, 1 or 2 passes, maybe just for an afternoon cup of tea.
You know, when you put it that way, it would be hard to deny heroes.
And I mean, if the elk wanders into town, it's not like you told him to go there, right? If you just so happen to be there, then it's more of an accident, really, when you think about it.
True. Can you tell? Can you talk to elk?
Yes, I can.
Well, that makes things very easy then.
I think I don't know. See, it just if we all do it, if we all go home and find new homes, it makes me feel a little bit braver. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. There's no real criteria that our families give when they say go out and do something heroic. So I don't know if it counts to just follow your heart. If that makes you a hero, just doing what's right. I think that everyone is a hero in their own way, even if they're doing small things, small choices, you know? But they don't really give criteria, so I just
like kind of clapping Solar on the shoulder and just you are a hero.
and Solar gets kind of embarrassed and a little flustered, and the way they deal with that is they hug Mythia instead. I think they just kind of like duck underneath her gigantic arms and like give them a real tight hug around the waist.
And like kind of
Thanks.
like awkward, I don't know. I don't emotion. Kind of like one hand kind of patting your back, but then like reaching beyond and scruffing Moon.
And as you continue and reach the plain before Glevgar, as you come out of the woods, you are being beset upon by the guards of the town riding their gigantic muskox as you are beginning to walk across the plain. They're coming out to greet you, and you can kind of hear from this town where they have been waiting for any good news for quite a while now. You hear the yells of people who have clearly begun to celebrate the second that they saw you come out of those woods, because it's something to celebrate now. And you're hearing that. You're hearing a little bit of fiddle pipe up from over here. All of a sudden, you see that the dwarves have pulled out pretty much all the stops, and there are just like the explosions of fireworks happening in the sort of falling light of evening as you approach town. You come in and are greeted as heroes. Escorted by the giant muskox. It's like 6 of them. It's really an unnecessary number, but they're pulled honor guard. They have flags that you can tell they sewed like this morning. So they are bringing you into town. Everyone is pretty much out in the streets cheering. All of a sudden, the stuff that was like rationed has kind of appeared because I'm sure there's no other problems and they'll be able to get stuff. It's a party. But like coming out of the crowd, running up to you as you're starting to have drinks and food pressed into your hands. No one's bothering about the bear or the elk needing to go to the stable at this point. They are also being like, handed like a entire turkey leg. The elk just has like bear claw on its face, not the bear, but the pastry. You're like, where did they get this bear claw? But running up to you, Zadrin, specifically, and just yelling, Tinker! It's Roland and Brielle, who are the 2 from your town, who definitely looked very crestfallen before, and now, like, hope is alive in their eyes again. It's a whole thing. So they come up to you, and just both of them are just hugging you and jumping up and down and grabbing you on the shoulders. And they both are just like, the second we get back to town, everyone's gonna go back. We know it. They're gonna definitely druid craft you a statue. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. The heroics. We're already. And even though they're both hunters, Brielle is kind of known for like being good with a flute and a song. She's like, I'm already coming up with lyrics for these songs. They're going to be just solidify you in town history. And then you can tell a little bit that they might be taking the mickey out of you because they know that even though you're a hero, you probably don't want any of that, really.
Yeah, the thoughts alone are appreciated. There's some stuff we're gonna have to talk about, but 1, not tonight. 2, there's a lot more work that needs to be done before anybody can be thinking about statues.
We'll put it on the docket. Don't even worry. They're definitely a little deep in their cups, but like in the happy kind. And then Roland sort of puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, we know that no one was left in town. A lot of people had gone to the mines. We're thinking about heading up that way. If you want to help there, we could use any or all of you. Think there still might be some trouble?
Yeah, all of us depends on all of us, but you got me at least.
That's what we love to hear. And they sort of just like doff their glasses at you, and again, just big hugs and like a kiss on either cheek. And then they're like, "We'll find you in the morning." As like Roland very clearly like sees like one of the ladies that he is known to have a flirtation with go by, and then Brielle just sort of shakes her head and goes like the other way. So they are off and into the party and have given you that little tidbit to think about as you all continue to move through this space, enjoying yourselves.
I am definitely going to be the one finding him in the morning. There's no way he's going to be vertical with the kind of hangover he'll have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely around noon is what they're considering morning right now. Yeah, the night continues to go on. It's still fairly early. You've seen most of the town. Like, people have been coming up to congratulate you. Somehow, you know, just lucky that Buffalo has found their way out and is like limping around. Also, getting into like pastries that are just appearing magically to feed these animals. So Lucky comes and starts following Patches around, as then the stray cats come, and then also the elk and the bear are just going around behind Patches, clearly enjoying the freedom that this party has given them as well. And then as a final thing, we have Mathia, perhaps standing a little bit off, enjoying herself, but also watching all of their friends celebrate fully. Wondering about if maybe heroes could just go home. When your uncle, the mayor, Byron Ironfrost, comes huffing and puffing up to you. He's clearly also very, very red-cheeked. He has a little bit of like soot on his face. He was probably one of the people lighting off the fireworks earlier. It seems unwise, but like, he's having a great time. He goes, what? Coming up to about like your waist. He just like puts one hand on like your like the armor on your knee and just kind of, whoo. Okay, all right. I'm so glad you're back. Glad you're back. You got to drink. Oh, anyway. So, if, as you know, we haven't been getting mail for the past few weeks. It's been quite a while. But mail started coming through. You know, it's only like 3 days up the road, so once the darkness... Anyway, you don't need to be bored with all that. You were there for stopping the darkness, and he kind of, like, slaps you on the, like, this side of you somehow, and just kind of chortles and leans back. What was I... yes, and he like goes into his coat and pulls out like a letter. It's a postcard, like someone would send these. Like they send postcards. I don't have to explain postcards. You know how they work. But you recognize it as one of your mom's handwritings. You can pick whoever would be the writer, and he hands it to you, and just goes, I do hope it's good tidings, since everything's been good tidings today. Oh, I need to go find a sausage. And he just kind of like totters off in the other direction again. Definitely in need of some food. Chose his words in an interesting fashion.
Kind of calling out like, thank you. If you see Fennel, tell her I'm sorry she's not getting the diamond back.
Yep, I'm Fresnel, and he's not gonna tell anyone anything.
That is fine. I open read the postcard.
All right. Oh, and you can tell it's your mother's handwriting. It's just coming off the page in that sweet accent that they have. And it just reads simply a little short. Our dearest Thea, we know technically you're still in exile, and we hate to bother you while you're busy saving folks. But we're having a spot of trouble with the mines, and oh boy howdy, we sure could use some heroics. Love, Moms. And there's a little postscript. We sent one of these to each of the major towns, so if you're passing through, be sure to pick them up so they're not just taking up space in the post office.
Mathia will head back, find Zadrian, and your friends needed you to go to mine, correct?
Yeah, that was probably the only 100% serious thing they said.
Well, apparently, my mother said that I should go.
Oh,
That they need some heroics.
oh. Give it a full night's rest, a little bit more enjoyment of this party. I think I've got some heroics to spare.
Excellent. We should find Solar. He is hero. Solar!
Huh? What? What? Huh? Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
so we are
Got any
going...
spare heroics?
Not for right now, but like in the morning.
What do you want me to do? Right now?
No.
In the morning. Okay.
In
no,
the
okay.
morning. Not
Okay.
right now.
Okay. So it looks a little like frightened.
We're going to be heroes.
Oh, good. Cause I was actually just I was just thinking, and I think Solar looks around for Patches too, and kind of like waves them over.
Patches is currently very seriously to them, trying to teach all of the animals like what the various pieces on a dragon chessboard are. And it's just like anytime the cats like bat something in even close to the correct direction, Patches is like, that's good, you are learning, yes.
I can't believe that Z is about to teach a cat how to play dragon chess better than me. I don't know how they keep doing that. Oh, my friend. And they kind of wave you over to this little like kind of group. You know,
Yes.
I was thinking, Nithya, about what you said earlier. Is that I don't think I'm a hero. I don't think that there is anything such as a hero. I think there are only heroes together. You can't really do it by yourself. You need everyone to be heroes. You know? So if you're going to the mines, I'll be right behind you.
It's funny that you said that, because I was thinking about something you said.
Me? I don't really, okay. Oh god, what did I say?
I don't think that a home can just be a place. I think home can also be people.
Welcome home, heroes. Right?
Yes.
Welcome home.
And I think one of my friends here helped me decide. You mentioned that titles, I could take a title as a name. I thought about something related to slaying Shar, but names are supposed to be important, and I don't want mine tied to something so angry. So I've decided my new name is Calliope, Friend of Moon. Those are all important things.
Welcome home, Calliope.
Yeah, and I will grab Solar and just hoist them up onto my shoulders.
Ah! Oh, okay. All right. We're doing this. Okay.
And with a new name and in a moment of celebration, you all are together, surrounded by various animals, kittens mewling, trying to play chess as best they can. And we zoom out and we see the city celebrating. And we zoom out some more and we see the clear ground around the city and the clear night sky, and a calm breeze just blows across this landscape as it looks peaceful and clean and whole. And that is where we will leave it on this season of the Blighted North.
Yeah, we did
I
it.
teared up for a second there. I really did.
Yeah.
Huzzah! That was so good. Okay, all right. What do I do? We're doing sign-offs. That's how we end this.
Sure are.
All right. We will go ahead. What is reverse order? I think it starts with Jess then.
Me? Okay. Hi.
Oh yeah.
Hi. I'm Jess or Jessica. You can find me on the things and the stuff as Dr. Psychowl, except for on Twitter where I'm Dr. Psychowl TV. I have been playing Mythia Frostforge via Mellow, the Goliath, raised by two dwarven mothers. Forge Domain Cleric for you all, and this has been amazing. And I will, I guess, kick it over to D.
Oh, hello, my lovely creatures of the night. My name is Dee. Thank you for joining us here on the Blighted Norths. I have been playing Patches, now known as Calliope, the Friend of Moon, the Path of the Beast, Drunken Fist, Barbarian Monk multi-class. It was so much fun. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, Kai, for running such a fun game. Yeah, it was great. And thank you all for putting up for my absolutely ridiculous regenerative powers that I stuffed into this character. And I jump a lot. So that's me. You can find me all over the place. Follow me on Twitter at @It'sRiddler and you'll find all the other stuff. And that's me. So let's pass it up to Zach.
I am Zach. I go by the Gaming Author everywhere on the internet, and I have been playing Zadrin Moonforge. I am a little surprised he got through this alive, but you know what? This has been an absolutely amazing experience. It's been a blast playing this character for y'all, and yeah, I don't got much more else than that. So I'm gonna go hand this off to C.
Hi everyone, my name's C. I've had the absolute pleasure of playing Solar, the Dragonborn Ranger Druid. I have to read it off my character sheet, otherwise I never remember. Like I said, I teared up a little bit at the end. That was really, the found family trope gets me every time. And Kai, thank you so much for such an amazing, amazing first season. Hello, I'm looking directly at it. If you want to find me on the internet, if you liked what I did here tonight, you like what I do other places. So check me out over on PySharpArt. You can always find me over there. Just retweeting Transplaner posts, really. That's really all I do. So that's it, and I'll pass it over to our incredible GM, Kai.
Hi, I have been the GM for this little season of Blighted North. I am Kai, Kyla Creative, on ye old internets. You can find me doing stuff. I am going to be on 2 other shows coming up. Like, one of them announced and one of them hasn't, so I don't remember which one. But yeah, you can check those out if you follow me on ye old internets. I will definitely retweet that and post about them, and they should be fun little games. Otherwise, you can find me back here on Mondays. We have Laurelwind this Monday. Another boss fight. We like to line them up for maximum gut punching. Otherwise, we will be back with another summer game where we are going to play through a probably heavily modded version of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, where hopefully no one will be power word killed. Yeah, but that's it. That's the game. That's this season of the Blighted North. Thank you for tuning in. Please donate to our charity so you can win some adorable little plushies. Are we rating someone this evening, Jess?
We are rating Dork Tales.
We are rating Dork Tales. All right, we are off to do a raid. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.